We're looking at S&P 500 M&A futures. Time frame is 2000 tick chart. I'm going to be sharing with you my live trading session. Now I'm going to be using price action only. So you can see I'm using the key levels on my chart trying to aid me to determine what the market direction is. And we can see that the downtrend during the overnight session had to break new extreme, which after that we expect correction or possible reversal. And now we can see that from this trading range, prices broke to the upside, but this uptrend has a break new extreme, and also on a wider, larger frame, I can see larger two-legged pullback. So I'm not expecting for this uptrend to continue. I'm leaning more bearish. Now we can make up more pushes higher, but as you can see, I'm right now focusing on the visual two-legged pullback, and I expect for prices to return all the way back into this trading range because most breakouts of trading ranges will fail, and the visual two-legged pullback is indicating end of the correction. I'm resuming the video because we had news announcement, and you can see quite a spike in volatility, so I generally don't trade right around the news. Now we had larger two-legged pullback. The news spike created additional bullish push, but right now prices are heading all the way back down into trading range. I'm not looking for any wider pattern because it is just too broad of a channel. This is not a bullish uptrend. This is just larger two-legged correction. This is too sideways for me to look for any wider pattern. Also, I'm not looking for uptrend like this because uptrend really is supposed to be starting from the first two swings, and this is already starting too late. So for this reason, I'm just, you can see, playing the overall trading range structure, sitting on my hands, a lot of congestion here, caused by the news, a lot of congestion here, and finally the bears are pushing back into this trading range. Prices form three big bearish bars indicating spike, and notice we have a flatter channel working to the downside, so I'm redrawing to spike and a channel pattern, and right now the bias is bearish. We still have room to reach this main important key level, which is the low of the day, a lot of times the target, and so far you can see that the price action is behaving as we predicted. We have a strong downtrend which is going to determine the main bias. We had a larger two-legged correction indicating bullish momentum played out. There was a little fake out for the bulls around the news. They created the last bullish leg up, but nothing changes from price action perspective. We cannot really redraw wider uptrend because it is too wide. The structure is not uptrend, it is just a longer sideways structure, and right now you can see we have a spike and a channel, so I expect to get new extreme for this spike and a channel, so hopefully we'll get some nice second entry short at the exponential moving average. If I'm counting for a second entry short high probability setup, I always count from the lowest low. We have a new low, first attempt to sell, pull back, second attempt to sell by the sellers to create new extreme. So this right here is a great context for two-legged pullback, second entry short high probability setup. But look at my signal bar, doji bar, inside bar, horrible stim at the bottom, perfect context, yet the behavior of the pattern is horrible. And you can see it is a shame because this is, yeah, it's already working for a scalp. So it's a shame because this is the setup that is very easy to spot. No overcomplication, spike and a channel needs to get new extreme. Uptrend played out with the break new high, and the EMA keeps holding. Notice this is the sign that the EMA keeps holding. So this is the textbook setup for the day. Unfortunately, the signal bar on my chart was really bad. You know, I wouldn't mind be forcing more aggressive setup, but this is really over half of the body is bullish stim. So, and it's an inside bar as well, so not the great one. But you can see this is the goal of price action, to wait this mess out and wait for the clean high probability setup, and look at it go with a perfect setup. And now we even form new extremes. So unfortunately, nothing much we can do here. It already created new low. But these are the perfect price action rules that I'm always trying to look for. And this is where the setup has very high probability of success. Right, traders, I'm resuming the video as I'm going to take felt second entry short reversal pattern trap. I'm just going to put my stop loss 1 tick below the signal bar. I'm going to move my target profit to 8 ticks. And you can see we have a new low, first attempt to sell, pull back, second attempt to sell. But this felt second entry short formed so far away from EMA that a lot of bulls got trapped here. And this is what as you can see, we bounced off my exit order, but we didn't tick through. We formed so far away from EMA that this is what I call reversal pattern trap. But we formed so far from EMA, this is what I call reversal pattern trap. And I'm going to tighten it to break even because anything we make is right now a bonus. So you can see I'm visually treating this as a first entry short pullback, second entry short failure, because EMA keeps holding, this low of the day key level keeps holding as well, and downtrend has a break, new extreme. I was eyeing possible spike and a channel, but because we are at the low of the day and we have quite a strong push above EMA, After new low, I have to redraw the channel wider, not tighter, and I'm treating this as a failed second entry short with the great signal bar that this key level is holding and the EMA was holding as well. So they're coming for a runner, but this was our first trade, and I expect for this uptrend to create new high before we're going to turn down lower. And they get a runner. All right, now we have the two-legged pullback, but notice prices are pushing strongly below EMA. So something is changing. The bias is too bearish. We did manage to create new high on the first go, and right now we have strong push down. So this is indicating to me that the bias is getting quite bearish. Prices form a break, couple legs to a new extreme. Right now we have a strong push above EMA and the low of the day key level is holding. So you can see this is where the buyers are buying, and this uptrend needs to get new extreme. So far we only had one decent setup, this second entry short, and we had decent larger visual failed second entry short here as well. Right, traders, resuming the video as I entered a second entry short failure because we have a new low, first entry short pullback, second entry short failure. The low today keeps holding, this EMA keeps holding, and look at this big bearish bar that probably trapped a lot of sellers going short directly into two key entry points. This is a decent bullish bar. So we have new low here, first entry short pullback, second entry short failure, and this uptrend needs to get new extreme. And we finally got out. So I'm going to tighten it to break even again. Let's see if we can survive this time. This uptrend still needs to get new high. This was almost tempting second entry long, but the fact that it pushed below EMA made me quite concerned, and I skipped this setup right here. But you can see first failed second entry short here, our first trade, and then new low, first entry short, second entry short failure again, because this is such a big bearish bar that a lot of sellers are probably going to get trapped going short directly into the main support, the low today key level, and into this exponential moving average. And then we got stopped again. The downtrend has multiple legs to new extreme, and the low today key level keeps holding. Although you can see right now that the bulls are really struggling to go higher, so we're going to have to respect the congestion right now. Buyers attempted to create new extreme multiple times. Eventually, there's a strong resistance forming, and you can see right now prices are pushing back below the low of the day key level and quite a strong bearish momentum, but we're going sideways for quite a long time. Prices are back in this consolidation. We have a very strong bullish push up and little failed breakout, but this uptrend should get new extreme, so fitting the breakout feels a little bit premature, but at the same time I cannot go long directly into highs of this trend range. So you can see very tight sideways structure for quite a long time at this point on. We had a failed breakout here, but it was too strong bullish push up for me to fade the breakout just yet. One steep leg working hard, and right now we're just going sideways. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. Pretty unclear, so I need to just wait for the high probability setup. All right, I'm resuming the video as we have new low, first entry short pullback, second entry short failure. Problem is we've been working sideways for such a long time. I'm not really sure we are really in the middle of this trend range. Here, at least we had a bullish push and we expected new high. Right now, we're just going sideways in the middle of this trend range. So far, I don't really think I can take it because everything is too sideways. We're working too long in this congestion. I can see that the prices keep pushing lower even past this two-tier trend range. We have a nice geometric formations at the highs, which a lot of times allow us to identify a proper channel. It's getting confirmed a little bit here and here, but there's a lot of empty room at the bottom. I'm not really too excited about this downtrend, but as we keep pushing lower, because this trend range was long and we never really broke higher twice, we managed to go all the way down. So this means that there's additional bearish momentum. However, there is no good setup. So we have a two-legged pullback, second entry short forming, which is not looking that bad because it is a clear two legs with the break new high. But notice it was inside bar. I would like to get lower high after the second entry short. Now this is also confirmation about the breakout pullback of this area. But since it is an inside bar and I'm not too sure about this downtrend, I don't really want to take a setup, jump the gun without a confirmation, because we are working lower, but this is not like a very strong downtrend by any means. This is a very sideways here. So if I'm going to take a sell, I need to be sure I know I'm reading the price session correctly. Now overall, not a bad setup, second entry, short with a break in new high, but it needed at least to be an outside bar. All right, traders, I'm going to wrap it up with my two trades. Pretty much no really great setup. We ended up having a downtrend with the break new extreme, but we didn't really get a great setup here, and we definitely didn't get any good setup here. We had a nice lower high, confirmation of the second entry short, which is the only setup you can take once you have a break in a new extreme, because you never know if there's going to be a stronger downtrend, you have to pretty much be patient when it comes to second entry short. But then if you get a lower high confirmation of the second entry short, that's generally a sign that there is possibility for the continuation of the bearish momentum.